Wow. Sarah Carter reveals Fisa memo is so explosive that it could end Mueller investigation by Joshua Kaplan for the GatewayPundit.com. The House Intel panel's passage of New York Republican Representative Peter King's motion to release the Fisa abuse memo to fellow House members has rocked Washington, D.C. Lawmakers from Representative Matt Gaetz to Representative Lee Zeldin have called for the classified memo's immediate release, according to Fox News contributor Sara Carter. The contents of the memo are so explosive that it could end Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia probe once and for all. Sara Carter reports a review of a classified document outlining what is described as extensive Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act abuse was made available to all House members Thursday, and the revelations could lead to the removal of senior officials in the FBI and Department of Justice. Several sources with knowledge of the document stated. These sources say the report is explosive, stating they would not be surprised if it leads to the end of Robert Mueller's special counsel investigation into President Trump and his associates. Congressional members are hopeful that the classified information will be declassified and released to the public. We probably will get this stuff released by the end of the month, stated a congressional member who asked not to be named. But the government official who reviewed the document said it will be tough for a lot of people to see this, and especially the media, which has been attempting to de-emphasize the dossier. It's going to punch a hole in their collusion narrative. On Thursday, the House Intelligence Committee quietly voted to make available to fellow House members a memo documenting abuse of the FISA program, reports Fox News. Chad Pergram, Representative Lee Zeldin is demanding the secret memo be released immediately. Lee Zeldin tweeted here, "Just read the classified doc at HPSCI, reference FISA abuse. I'm calling for its immediate public release with /relevant sourced material. The public must have access ASAP, #transparency. Just read the classified doc at HPC." Okay, we read that. Lee Zeldin, just read it. Okay, releasing this classified info doesn't compromise good sources and method. It reveals the Fed's reliance on bad sources and methods. Releasing this classified info doesn't compromise good sources and methods. It reveals the Fed's reliance on bad sources and methods, added Zeldin. As the Gateway Pundit's Jim Hoff reported, Representative Matt Gaetz joined Liz Klayman on Fox Business Network to discuss the FISA abuse report. Representative Gaetz told Klayman the allegations contained in this important intelligence document to go to the very foundations of our democracy, and they require an immediate release to the public, in my opinion. Let's take a quick listen.
Folks, breaking news here. We were going to start with the House vote on the stopgap budget bill with Congressman Gaetz, but he's of Florida. He has just informed us, and he informed Fox News as well, that he and other members of Congress have just been given a 4-page memo that is extremely disturbing involving the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Program. He joins me now, Representative Matt Gaetz of Florida. This is new. You just got this document. What does it say, and why are you more concerned about this than the continuing resolution vote tonight?
Well, Liz, the allegations contained in this important intelligence document go to the very foundations of our democracy, and they require an immediate release to the public, in my opinion. Unfortunately, I cannot talk about the specific facts contained within this memo. I can only share my observation that if the American people knew what was happening, if they saw the contents of this memo, a lot would become clear about the information that I've been talking about on television for the last several months. And so I am calling on our leadership to immediately hold a vote on the floor of the House to make public the key contents of this intelligence memo regarding the FBI, the Department of Justice, and President Trump.
Would you recommend, in calling for this vote, that it supersede the vote on the continuing resolution tonight, be part of it? How would that work?
We could do them simultaneously. At any time, the leadership could put on the floor a measure that would allow us to release to the public the critical allegations, and I cannot stress how important they are in this memo. And they could put that on the floor at any time. They could do it simultaneous with the continuing resolution or immediately before or after.
I know you cannot discuss the top secret contents, but can I ask you a general question? Does it, I guess, articulate some type of horrific privacy abuses on American citizens?
Well, I cannot discuss the specifics that are contained in the memo, but folks who've been paying attention and watching what Congressman Jordan and Congressman DeSantis and others have been talking about on television and in the Judiciary Committee would likely find the contents of this memo very interesting, very revealing, and just essential to the way our government interacts with the duly elected President of the United States. This is no small measure. It is just as important as keeping the government open through the weekend, and we need to have a vote on it immediately.
Well, do you now regret having voted yes to extend the Fisa, the so-called Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Program?
Well, I don't regret that vote because I think that there is a tremendous amount of helpful intelligence that comes through the 702 program, and I don't want to handcuff the brave men and women who are out there on the front lines working on behalf of our interests all over the world. In the legislation that we authorized that program, there were some very significant reforms that changed the warrant process and the due process for Americans. I think that will improve FISA, but I can tell you, we really need to get this information into the public square that until today has only been available to members of Congress. One final note, Liz. Every Democrat on the Intelligence Committee voted against making this information available to members of Congress. Every Republican voted for it. So I think that when it comes to who's protecting transparency, it's the Republicans. We want this information available for the American people.
And Carter's story comes amid reports from former White House strategist Steve Bannon has reached a deal to meet with Mueller rather than appear before a grand jury. But I'd like to know, how is this going to close down the Mueller investigation? If he can't say exactly what's in it, then what are we supposed to read? But time will tell, I guess. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.